Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, Mally, and today I'm coming at you with another dating apps video. More specifically, the reason why dating apps aren't for me. Now, I'm no stranger to dating apps. I've been on them for a decent amount of time and I already have 2 YouTube videos on them. And during that whole time, I've been lying to myself about something major. You see, the truth is about all these apps and my personality is, even if I did find someone who I really liked, there is no chance in hell I'm ever gonna link up with them or even talk to them outside of the phone. Because that's just not how I roll. That's just not how I meet people. And not to mention that I've been single for so long that I've started to kind of feel comfort in my loneliness. Whenever it's super late at night and I'm just tweaking out, crashing out about some random bullshit, I know that I can't really hurt anybody because I don't talk to nobody. It's a very comforting feeling, you know what I mean? It's a very comforting feeling to just be able to rage in the middle of the night without having to text anybody or having to do anything. I have crashed out so many nights where I just beat myself up for like no real reason and nobody knows about it because there's nobody I need to tell about it. I kind of found solidarity in the fact that only I know that I go through this stuff, and if I add another person into the mix, then things definitely aren't going to get any better, because then I'd have to worry about them finding out that I'm like a little weirdo, and it's like a whole thing, you know? Or maybe this is me just kind of accepting defeat. Maybe it is just me accepting the fact that I'm just kind of chopped at the moment. But I've also done it all before, you know? Like, I've been in a relationship where someone didn't know and I had to hide the fact of that I was a borderline schizophrenic. And of course everything has gotten better for me nowadays, you know, I'm not tweaking every night like I used to. So maybe I'll be ready in recent time, probably when my hair grows back longer, I guess. Because let's be honest boys, that's the only time where I'm ever gonna pick up anybody. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, the last time I had long hair, I had anybody I wanted to. And now, well, you know, I've made 3 of these videos so far, so speaks for itself. And another point I want to make here is I've matched with people since the last video, like I have, but I'm never gonna go to anybody, I'm never gonna pick anyone up, I'm never gonna go on a date. 1, because my car is broken down and it's a piece of shit. 2, because I just don't have the social confidence anymore. 3, I'm fucking scared to, you know what I mean? Like, I just can't conversate with anybody who I don't know. Like, I haven't talked to anybody who wasn't like one of my major direct friends in like 7 months, dude. I have become the king of like social anxiety, bro. It's crazy. And sure, I can force my way through a conversation, but I just really would rather not. So I want to let you guys on a little secret that I have onto why I shave my head every couple of months, alright? So whenever I shave my head, I'm basically at my mental lowest point possible. Like, I'm knocking on death's door with how much I hate myself every single time I shave my head. That includes the first time and the second time and the third time. And so if you see me with super long hair, then you know that life is good. It's kind of a thing that I do because one time someone told me that hair holds memories, and I know it's not true, but in my mind it kind of helps. I can't really describe how, but it does. But every time I shave my head, I'm basically nerfing myself. I'm basically saying, hey, look at me, I'm a bald fuck, you know what I mean? And so obviously that doesn't help with any of the Tinder matches or Hinge matches, which is why I don't use any of the pictures of my current self, because I don't want people knowing that I'm bald. Even though my hair has been coming back like a lot faster this time, which I think is kind of weird, but I also, you know, I'm not against my hair growing back. And the reason why these dating apps also probably aren't working is probably just because I've had some bad relationships, and you know, I've had some female friends, but nothing's ever really lasted or worked out, and I don't really know what I've done. You know, I try to treat everybody as nice as possible. And sure, yeah, I could take some faults for maybe 1 or 2, but it seems like everybody who I once knew who was a woman absolutely hates me now, which I don't understand why, because I barely talk to anybody. And maybe that's the reason, but that would be a terrible reason to not like someone. And I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, the longest relationship I've ever had is probably about right around 3 months, and I was like 15 years old, and that's about it. That's the last time I really ever had a romantic interest in anybody, and I don't know what happened. I just lost the ability to flirt, you know? Like, I lost my charm, and I don't know where it went. I don't know who stole it, but I would really appreciate it if they were to give me even just a little bit of it back. But the problem is I can't really pinpoint where I lost it. Like, I can't remember a time where I just lost the ability to speak to people. It just kind of happened. The memory of me speaking to people like I was like the king of confidence, they're just so faded, and I don't know where the hell I lost the confidence. Like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but dude, I used to have game, and I'm pretty sure it was because I was more in a social situation. Sorry about the S's, I know my S's kind of drag, but a social situation, I was in a lot of those back in the day, and nowadays I just stay at home and don't really talk to anybody. So that's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that's definitely where my confidence went, but you know, it's chill. Because eventually I'll go back out in public, you know, I go out in public probably once every 2 weeks. You know, maybe I can improve my skills there, or maybe I'll just move into a city one day and like have to do it. Another thing with these dating apps that doesn't really have to do anything with me not liking them, it's just kind of like a little fun fact for you, is whenever I get absolutely blasted geeked, I wake up to like 15 new matches, and I actually have hella game whenever I'm geeked, dude. And it's bizarre because I don't really remember them because I stay up super late and I get geeked, and so like this no sleep plus the geekness doesn't really help my memory. But dude, I actually be popping off sometimes. It's kind of crazy. So like that kind of tells me that there's still a little bit of Mally in there, you know, still a little bit of Mason, a little bit of the old confidence king I used to be. So maybe it's time to just get geeked 24/7 and then just walk outside and do normal daily shit. But then again, I don't really know if that's true because I used to get geeked and then go to work and there was like hella people at my work. Like I would probably see like 700 faces a day, and I didn't get no bitches or nothing like that. Obviously, you know, sorry for using the word bitch there. I'm not quite a derogatory type of person, but you know, it just came out. My bad, dude. But yeah, I didn't flirt with any women, you know. I did try to flirt with this one girl who was one of my teachers who got in trouble for doing stuff with a student, but it never worked out. She never took the bait, so you know, I'm just kind of sitting here all lonely now. Like, why do you have to be a law-abiding citizen now? You know what I mean? But legally speaking, I guess I understand. Which is kind of crazy because whenever I was taking their class, I low-key felt that energy, you know? Like, I didn't know it, but I low-key felt that energy. And there was a time where shit, maybe I could have been the next victim, you know? But of course, I've never been that lucky a day in my life, so probably would have never happened. But about the topic I was talking about earlier, about how I've never had a super good experience with like a partner or dating, well, it's true, but also I haven't really dated that many people. Like, I've never dated anybody outside of my high school career, and I didn't even show up for 2 of those years. In terms of like relationships and love, I am far behind anybody else I know, which it's not a bad thing to be behind like I am. And it's not really a good thing either, but I know people say, oh, well, whatever, you know, it's just you're a late bloomer. I've been a late bloomer for 19 years, so I'm kind of ready for that flower to start like perking up a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm ready for Lady Love to embrace me with both arms. But the way these last 2 years have gone, I'm kind of in the red right now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very much deep in the red, and the only green that I got is shoved into a pen that's missing right now. And also, like, a little bit of a side note here, I actually don't know where the fuck my pen went, and it's kind of concerning because that means somebody stole it, because I sleep with my pen. Alright, like I sleep with it next to me just so I can like, you know, wake up in the middle of the night, and if I can't go back to sleep, whenever it's missing, that means somebody actively had to go in my bed, take it out. So I'm kind of concerned that there's either a homeless man chiefing off my pen, or my parents have some very weird privacy issues. But missing pen aside, dating apps really just aren't my thing. I know it works for some people, but honestly, I feel like I'll just never be able to make a real valid connection. And so far, I've proven myself right, you know, not through a lack of effort, but just because trial and error, and also, at the end of the day, nobody really wants to fuck with somebody who doesn't want to fuck with them back. And that's the truth, because whenever I match up with people, sure, I might find them pretty, but I will never meet up with them, ever. Because I'm scared to, I don't want to, and I know I just can't. Maybe one day that'll change. Maybe one day I'll make one of these videos about how I'm just scoring women left and right. But for now, I kind of like just being by myself, except for at nighttime. And like, whenever it gets past 9 a.m., dude, I start fucking tweaking. It's like unbearable. But aside from that, I kind of like the loneliness only a little bit, only because it's kind of familiar to me. But you know, the first chance I get to get a girl, obviously I'm gonna attempt to jump all over that. But until then, I don't hate the idea of it just being me, even though on the other hand, I really fucking do, you know? I'm very bipolar when it comes to the whole, do I want to be lonely, do I not? And I know this video kind of makes me sound like I hate women, but trust me, dude, I don't, alright? Like, my mother was a woman. Like, all respect for the women in the world, you know what I mean? All respect. It's just me. I'm just very socially awkward, and I know I'm gonna get over it eventually. It's just, you know, I like to vent about it, make YouTube videos and stuff like that. And I know it is a mindset thing because right now I'm kind of thinking my whole vibe is loser core. Like my vibe is loser core. And that's not a good thing to think about yourself, but it is something that just ran through my mind. Like all my videos are low-key kind of loser core. And I know for a fact whenever I get out of the town that I'm in, this very small ass, dingy, dusty town, that I'll feel a lot better about myself and just my personality will probably just start to glow. Like I'll be radiating with just pure positive energy. But until then, I'm kind of stuck with just dealing with the circumstances I'm in. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this YouTube video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, you know, all that YouTube stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this third Tinder/Hinge video, dating app video, I guess, but dude, these videos do so well compared to my normal vids, I don't know why. Like, it feels like these videos do so much better, and my other videos don't even do terrible. Well, except for recently, I guess. Recently, I will be honest with you, I ain't been doing too well, but hopefully that'll change with this video, and just, you know, the production value that I'm gonna produce, because, you know, I am gonna start uploading daily. But yeah, that's it. See ya.